All right. Here we are. So, thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Broadcasting on a couple different platforms here. Just want to welcome everyone. And I'm going to be making a skateboard design, if that works for you. All right. Cool. All right. So, hello, everyone. Good to see you out there, everybody. Feel free to chime in, say hello. Let's make sure everything's working, and let's dive into this. Again, thanks so much for watching. All right. Cool. All right, so let's just dive into this. I'm working on a skateboard design, and fantastic. Let's get into this. All right. Cool. All right, we should be good. Thanks so much for watching. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so here I am, and let's dive into this. Feel free to give me a shout out if you have any questions. You can see, of course, my screen, and you can see this right here, which is all about this design challenge, designing a skateboard deck. So that's what I'm working on right now. Thank you so much for watching. So you can see right down here, this is what the contest, what I'm focusing on. So basically, we partnered with Tony Hawk. Basically, all you have to do is make a design for a skateboard deck and publish that hashtag with a hashtag out to Instagram or Twitter. And if yours is picked as the winning design, you will win 13-inch MacBook Pro and a subscription to Creative Cloud. As I scroll down, you can see there's actually a couple different templates you can get just to kind of get you jump started, by the way. And then again, you have till the 19th to post to this Skate Jam contest, and that's what's happening. So I can go ahead and post this link. I'll do that in a second. There's also some cool fonts that you can get a hold of, and font pack, and then some deck templates that you know about and how to draw skateboard illustrators. Just a tutorial. You can see what else is out there. This one was just posted recently. Apparently they're into football, but you can really have fun with it. I encourage you to use something like Dimension. So this is the Dimension asset, by the way. So check this out. Let's zoom out a little bit. This is Dimension, allowing you to sort of create some easy, quick composites. I can see my skateboard deck right here and drop in maybe a photo in the background. So this is actually what I want to do. Just to really make my work stand out. So bring that back right over there like that. So I'm going to get to that later, but really what I want to do is I want to add a design to the bottom of this board. So that is the plan. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Just kind of clicking over. Fantastic. All right. Let's do this. Here's the template that you're going to use to get started. And based on this template, I just kind of know the parameters for diving into this. All right. I'm going to use Illustrator initially because I'm thinking, okay, I can take some of these items and maybe just do a cool skull design and just have some fun. Okay, so that's what I want to do right now. And cool. In order to do this, I've actually made some brushes, but I want to show you how I can make some brushes. I can drop this graphic into the brushes panel. I can see I can make this an art brush like this. Okay, selecting OK, here's my art brush. It's going to go this direction. I might scale this down because usually my graphics are a little larger. I'll scale it down a little bit. And I just made this brush right over here. You can see it right here. How does it work? Well, just go ahead and select the pencil or pen. I'll just hit N for pencil like that, and we'll come over here and I'll start drawing, and this is what it looks like. There's this like cool like spine brush that I can work with. I can do that with a number of items. I can even take a skull and drop it in there and make it an art brush if I want to. Okay, and that's gonna stretch it out, by the way. Okay, so when I do that, again, N, let's select my brush. There's my skull. It gets stretched out, I get it, right? I can take the same skull, drop it in there, and make a pattern brush out of it now. So making a pattern brush out of it, clicking OK, you could see what it's going to do, and I can check how to determine how to like mess with the corners. So I'm doing auto between, so it doesn't distort the actual skull, it distorts the space in between it, and do something like that. And with that done, N for pencil, selecting that brush, and now I have my cool skull brush as I start to work with and make a fun design right over here. Hey, why not? Skulls, right? There's my design. And I can start to play with this some more with some more elements. I don't want this to be too intense overall, is my goal, right? So I want to kind of add some flowers and things as well. I have those over here made the same way. Okay, so just clicking, you could see all of these cool different brushes that I'm working with, right? I like this one. I can send that to the back maybe and do something like that. I even have some flowers that I can work with. So let's undo that. Let's go over here. Let's grab, I don't know, some of these fun flowers. Let's deselect that first. Select these flowers right over here. These are more realistic, but we can see how this looks. Again, just dropping in some flowers, maybe some leaves. You get the idea, but I can just start having fun with this design, making something that's appropriate. I kind of like this flat style. This might work. I also might want to change the uniformity. Since this is a brush, I can have so much fun with it, right? It doesn't all need to be sort of just one consistent thickness. So rather than it being uniform, I can change to this width profile, and you can see it gets thinned out there, and this might work a little bit better for what I want to do. So we'll drop that in up there. I'm liking these vector brushes over these realistic brushes, so I think I might use more of them as I start to work on this some more. Okay, right over here. And let's make sure, let's actually do these on a different layer, just like we do in Photoshop, so they're like behind, like that. Just adding a little splash of color in here. Something else is happening that's interesting. Every time I draw, it keeps the current path selected. So rather than having it always selected, I don't like that personally. I want to turn that off, okay? And you can do that just by double-clicking on the pencil. And now when I draw, it doesn't have it selected, which is nice, right? Because often what I do is I change to the next brush and then I draw again, okay? So that's what I'm doing right now. I can kind of vary things in front or behind. Let's make reference to these skulls are right there. So again, just kind of drawing that in, kind of doing some ins and outs, playing with this, just having some fun with it in general. Cool, so that's what I'm doing. This is, again, just for this Tony Hawk Design a Skateboard Deck challenge, where you could potentially win a MacBook Pro or 1-year subscription to Creative Cloud, which is great, right? That's what I would like, is definitely a new laptop. Right in like that. Let's bend that out just like that. Let me know if you have any questions. I might not be seeing all the questions from all the different platforms. Let's check. All right, we're doing okay. Cool. All right, so let's dive into this a little further, right? This isn't bad. I'm going to have some more fun with this. I have more brushes that I've made. Again, just adding some color to this is what I'm doing. Right down here. Ooh, I like that brush. And this one as well. Just adding something that's kind of dynamic. But that's why I like using good old Illustrator, because I can change these brushes at any time. So we could do something like that, right? Because again, these are all vector. If I decide I want this one over here, that actually looks pretty good, but I can change any of these at any time. In fact, here's some other brushes right over here. And actually, let me scroll up. Look at, I have all these crazy ones. So let's select some of them. And let's select this bone brush right in there. You can see how that looks. Just really jelly. Here's a sweet torso. You can see, but that's what you're doing when you're skateboarding. You're kind of bending your body into all these crazy ways, which is why I think these brushes are appropriate. Let's get a foot in there, right? I'm just having some fun. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but the cool thing is I can change this at any time. Right now I'm just having some fun. Let's do a foot down here. Let's make this a little larger since this is a vector brush. I can draw it, I can resize it, and stretch that out right over there like that. Something like that. Cool. Easy enough. All right, with that done, I'm going to drop this onto my design. Let's turn off that. All those lines. This is pretty much what I want. Let's go into libraries. I happen to have this Tony Hawk library. I'll drop this graphic in there, just like that. Lance says it looks nice. Well, thank you, sir. I'm just having some fun with some sweet skulls and stuff, right? I think it looks kind of cool. Right, from there, I'll go into Adobe Dimension. Again, this is kind of like bonus material, but I can take that same graphic, there's my artwork, and we can drop it right on that deck. Oh, it does not like recognizing that format. I'll have to double check to see what the situation is, but I can take any graphic, and this is kind of what I ended up with earlier, by the way. I'm going to drop this graphic on, and you can see what this is all about. Let's rotate it into place. Again, here's my cool graphic going on that deck, just like that. And remember that this is also just like 3D, so I could have some fun moving this around just like that, right? You get the idea. Let's adjust the lighting, right? So basically I'm taking the environment light and everything from that background, which is really cool. I can increase the intensity to add some more light to it, but I can also check out the sunlight and adjust the angle of it as well. Let's turn down the cloudiness. Let's adjust the rotation. So as I'm adjusting the rotation of this light, you can see it capture the wheels a little better, right? Hopefully you can see that right here. How high it is. I'm basically dropping it down and then rotating it around because I'm just getting more light on it. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good. Let's brighten up the environment light, maybe the sunlight, just trying to match that scene like so. Okay, there it is. Looks pretty cool. And lastly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do something super cool. This is actually brand new. I'm going to publish a 3D scene called Skateboard Design, right? You could hit publish, right? Create public link is all I did. And you'll get this link right here. Are you ready for it? Ready for it. Wait for it. It's going to load up. It is 3D. It is in the browser, which is kind of wild that we're going from, you know, Illustrator to Dimension to the browser. And then notice how I can rotate this skateboard around just like that, just to get a feel for it. Right, which is super cool. Notice how he's missing his feet. I get it, right? He's missing his feet. I need to fix that, and that's one thing I will do, and then I'm going to publish this link out onto the interwebs is the plan. Okay, so stay tuned for that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post it to, again, just to Twitter, and that's about it. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I appreciate you, Lance and Kara and Meredith and Robert and everyone for joining me today. I'm going to let you go. I will post this link to Twitter and also to Facebook. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Really appreciate you, and have a beautiful day. Remember, get involved, do design, have fun, call your mom, drink lots of water. Thanks, everybody, so much.